Congratulations, Norman. I bring you greetings from Arizona. As much as I would love to be with you and celebrate your 30 years of service, the thought of another winter in New England was more than I could bear. So I'm recording this in my winter home in Tucson. You are just an amazing man who over the past 3 decades have given so much in service to many, many communities. I look back to 1985 when you first became the executive director, and I left after only 5 years, 6 of the time you've spent there. And I have to admit, I left with a little bit of trepidation because I was the original director and my heart and soul was in the organization, and it was sort of like giving up your firstborn child. Oh, wait a minute. I did a few years later give you my firstborn child. And because of her, I know so much of what's going on in your organization. You have done such amazing work, Norman. When we started in Southwest Quincy in that little office, it was a one neighborhood program, and it had 2 things that it did. It did housing rehab and community organizing. And now look, 30 years later, you are in so many neighborhoods. It's just incredible, and you're doing so many different towns and cities, providing affordable housing services, all different kinds of services. And it's just incredible to me to see how the organization has grown and to know that you were the one that was the leading spirit behind it. I had the opportunity a few weeks ago to see Winter Gardens in Quincy Point, the second NHS neighborhood, the first one you moved into, and I was even amazed that it could go into a second neighborhood. And Winter Gardens is such a shining example of the kind of work your organization does. A beautiful building, housing families, and I was there the day they were setting up the library. Just incredible work, Norman. You are such an intelligent, funny, lovable, caring, creative human being, and your spirit has touched thousands and thousands of lives across the whole Southeast Massachusetts region. Once again, Norman, congratulations, and I lift this glass of wine and toast to you for the next 30 years.
Hi, I'm Peter Daly from Homeowners Rehab and Cambridge NHS, and I've known Norm for probably close to 30 years. I first met him at a NeighborWorks event when he came in to the room at an event and basically just took the room by storm. He was expounding about this and talking about that, and we're just kind of sitting back and saying, who is this guy? And quite frankly, for the last 30 years, we've all been asking, who is this guy? And we still don't know. But he clearly had a lot to say, and we all wondered how long he was really going to last in this business. A couple of people said, give him 2 weeks and he's gone. Others were saying maybe 2 months. I was on the long end. I said, I think he's going to be around for 2 years. But now he's made it to 30 years. So definitely congratulations to you on that, Norm. But one has to ask oneself, what have we learned from Norm in the last 30 years? Come to think of it, not very much. I mean, he says a lot, but what does it all mean? For instance, he came to me once and he said, just because people tell you to do something doesn't mean you have to do it. Wow, that's pretty heavy. I still don't know what that means, but I tried it out. So first I went to my wife. That didn't turn out so well. Then I tried it with some funders. That didn't turn out so well either. And finally I tried it out with my board, and they didn't go along with it either. So I guess we have to understand that when Norm says things, we have to put it in context. We just need to figure out what the heck that context is. So my congratulations, Norm. I'm looking forward to the next 30 years for both of us. I think they're going to be more fun than the first 30. And I would strongly encourage everyone who's there tonight to do what I'm going to do, which is write a check to this fund, because it's a very worthwhile endeavor, and I think great things are going to come from it. Thank you, and good luck, Norm.